How's it going, guys? Today I've put together a short video on Titanfall 2. What I've realized is that there are a couple of things in the current game that a lot of players that I've either come up against or met don't actually know about. So I decided to put together this short list of things and explain them to anybody who comes across this video. Hopefully by the end of this list I will have helped out at least a few players improve their Titanfall IQ and potentially their skills. Getting straight into it, one of the biggest things that a lot of people don't know, and probably the biggest thing on my list, is the fact that you can actually stack your boosts. Your boosts are the power-ups or equipment that you unlock at a certain percentage of your Titan being ready. Now most people will just use these power-ups as soon as they become available. I did when I first started out, until I figured out that you can actually stack them up and use them all at once instead of individually. In most cases the outcome is pretty devastating for anybody that you come up against. This works with all of the boosts, but works best with 3 in particular. Here in this clip I managed to save up 8 ticks. I throw them all at once, but it's actually a lot smarter to use them spread out. Mainly because if one tick explodes when there's 6 next to it, you're just going to kind of be wasting the other 6 because they're all just going to explode as well. This tactic of throwing them all out at once is probably only useful in hardpoint if the entire enemy team are all defending 1 point. Throwing 8 ticks in there will definitely get them moving. But if you're like me and more interested in killing the enemy team rather than just scaring them away, I recommend using the pilot sentry. 1 pilot sentry is already enough to take out a whole unsuspecting enemy team, but once they figure out where the turret is, they can sneak behind it and melee it. Just imagine you had another turret defending your other turret, and then another turret defending that turret, which is also being defended by another turret. Well, although this sounds crazy, it's all possible. The only downside to this is that your turrets only have a 1-minute lifetime, so what if I told you that it gets even better? Without a doubt, the most effective way to stack your boosts is using the anti-Titan turrets. Because you're saving them up throughout the entire game, you will easily save at least 3, but sometimes 5 depending on how good you play that game. And as you see here, 5 Titan turrets destroy a full health Legion Titan in about 5 seconds. The Legion has the largest amount of armor, so just imagine destroying a Ronin or something, it's going to be like a quarter of that. In addition to absolutely annihilating the enemy Titans with your Titan sentries, you can also shoot down the enemy dropships. Unfortunately, the Titan sentries will not do any damage to the shield, but if you can take off the shield with your Titan or your anti-Titan weapons, the Titan sentries will rip the ship to shreds. The second tip for this video is the fact that you actually have unlimited ammo. Where are you carrying all this ammo? I have no idea, but you will never run out. The extra ammo perk only increases the amount of ammo in your clip, not the actual amount of ammo you can carry, but I'm still trying to figure out where all this ammo is coming from. The third tip is that silencers don't actually affect the damage. Unfortunately, you can only put silencers on your sidearms in this game. In the first game you could put silencers on primary weapons as well, which was awesome. But it's good to know that in this game you can at least stay off the enemy radar without losing any bullet damage if you use the secondary weapons. Tip number 4, did you know that you keep any purchased weapons when you regen? If you're worried about spending your hard-earned credits because you're planning on regenerating your pilot, don't worry, anything you purchase will be available from level 1 next time you regen. Tip number 5, in the bounty hunt game mode, any kills you get still helps towards your team even when you do not deposit it. I know a lot of people already know this, but there's still definitely players out there who don't. The money that shows on your screen is only your bonus, which definitely helps when you can deposit it, but it's not the end of the game if you don't. I've seen so many players quit the game because they think losing their bonus means the game is over and they have lost. You can easily win the game for your team without even depositing once for the entire game. Tip number 6, the Kraber sniper rifle will kill an enemy in 1 shot no matter the range or where you hit them on their body. This is a returning feature of the Kraber from the first game, and although this sounds way overpowered, with the mobility system in Titanfall, using the Kraber is one of the hardest weapons in the entire game to master. Tip 7 is a quick one. You can cancel your ordnance by pressing the weapon switch key. This is helpful if you're lining up a throw but the enemy is killed, or you just decided you don't want to give away your position. This works for all the ordnance except for the frag grenades. If you try this with a frag grenade, you'll actually just drop the live grenade and most likely kill yourself. Tip number 8, have you tried phase shift ability yet? Did you know that phase shifting into an enemy will cause them to explode? It's a pretty satisfying way to kill your opponent, and most satisfying when you come across these type of players sitting in the corner with their amp shield. Simply activate phase shift, run to the safe spot, and then return, and you will cause a cheeky camper to explode. This also works when you know there's an enemy sitting in a corner and you don't think you're quick enough to rush them. I did attempt this against a Titan as well, and for obvious reasons it doesn't work. It would be a little bit overpowered if it did. Instead, you kind of just explode and you're kind of awarding them a free kill for doing absolutely nothing. The final tip for this video, and this one is honestly a little bit strange. The fastest way to kill a Titan as a pilot isn't actually using explosives or even an anti-Titan weapon. The quickest way to kill an enemy Titan is to equip the Devotion LMG with extra ammo perk alongside the amp shield pilot ability. Although this is definitely impractical, it's amazing how fast you can destroy a Legion, which is the strongest Titan in the game. That pretty much wraps up this video. I know it's very short, but hopefully I've taught you something you didn't know already. I'm playing a lot of Titanfall 2 and I'm going to be making heaps of Titanfall videos in the future, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.